When we think of Islam, our minds often drift to the Middle East or South Asia. But there's an entire continent where the faith has not only taken root, but flourished in ways that are as fascinating as they are profound. Africa. From the bustling markets of Nigeria to the ancient libraries of Timbuktu, Islam has been a cornerstone of African culture, scholarship, and trade for centuries. This documentary aims to shine a light on this vibrant story, one that is too often overlooked. Historical context of Islam in Africa. To understand how Islam became so deeply embedded in Africa, we need to rewind more than 1,000 years. The religion first spread across the continent through vast networks of trade routes. Camels carrying goods like gold, salt, and ivory also brought Islamic teachings from the Arabian Peninsula. These traders didn't just exchange commodities, they exchanged ideas, languages, and faiths. One of the most iconic moments in this history was Mansa Musa's pilgrimage to Mecca in 1324. As the ruler of the Mali Empire, he traveled with a caravan so large it included thousands of people and hundreds of camels laden with gold. His journey put West Africa on the map, showcasing both its wealth and its devotion to Islam. Meanwhile, cities like Timbuktu emerged as intellectual powerhouses, attracting scholars from around the Muslim world. Its universities and libraries preserved texts on theology, science, and philosophy when much of Europe was still in the Dark Ages. On the eastern coast, the Swahili Coast connected Africa to India, Persia, and beyond. Here, Islam blended seamlessly with indigenous traditions, creating a unique cultural synthesis evident in everything from architecture to language. Even colonialism couldn't erase these deep roots. Though European powers disrupted political structures, they failed to suppress the spiritual resilience of African Muslims. Instead, Islam adapted, becoming even more integral to identity and resistance against oppression. If you're enjoying this journey so far, don't forget to like and share this video. Your support helps us share these incredible stories with a global audience. Now back to the show. Criteria for flourishing Islam. So what does it mean for Islam to flourish in a society? We're looking at several key indicators. First, population size plays a role. Countries with significant Muslim communities naturally have greater visibility for the faith. Religious freedom is another factor. Places where Muslims can practice openly without fear tend to foster stronger expressions of belief. Cultural integration matters too. When mosques become architectural landmarks or Islamic holidays shape national calendars, it shows how deeply the faith has permeated daily life. Education is crucial as well. Madrasas and universities serve as hubs for transmitting knowledge and values. Finally, flourishing Islam often manifests in tangible contributions to society, whether through economic initiatives like halal industries or humanitarian efforts driven by zakat, charitable giving. By examining these criteria, we gain a clearer picture of how Islam continues to thrive across Africa today. Nigeria stands out as home to the largest Muslim population in Africa, with roughly half of its 200 million people identifying as Muslim. Sufi orders like Tijaniya and Qadiriya dominate religious life, emphasizing mysticism and community service. Reformist movements have also gained traction, particularly among younger generations seeking to reinterpret Islam for modern times. Nigeria's Muslim community contributes significantly to sectors like media and banking. Channels like NTA Islamic Focus broadcast religious programming nationwide, while Islamic financial institutions promote ethical investing practices. Perhaps most impressively, interfaith dialogue remains robust, despite tensions between Christians and Muslims. Initiatives like the Kaduna Peace Declaration demonstrate a commitment to coexistence, making Nigeria a model worth studying. Egypt holds a special place in Islamic history, thanks largely to Al-Azhar University. Founded in 970 CE, it remains one of the oldest and most prestigious centers of Islamic learning. Cairo itself is a living museum of Islamic architecture, with towering minarets and intricately designed mosques dotting the skyline. Yet Egypt faces challenges. Political instability has tested the resolve of its Muslim population, yet resilience prevails. Mosques continue to serve as sanctuaries for prayer and reflection, offering stability amidst chaos. Efforts to preserve historic sites underscore a determination to honor the past while navigating the complexities of the present. If you're enjoying this video and want to support the channel, consider shopping through our affiliate links in the description. It won't cost you anything extra, but it helps us cover the costs of creating more great content for you. Thank you. In Morocco, Islam blends harmoniously with Berber traditions, producing a distinct cultural identity. The country boasts some of the most breathtaking examples of Islamic architecture, including the Hassan II Mosque in Casablanca, which juts out over the Atlantic Ocean. Inside, intricate mosaics and towering columns inspire awe in visitors. Morocco also engages globally through soft diplomacy. International conferences hosted in Marrakesh bring together leaders from across the Muslim world to discuss pressing issues. This outward-looking approach highlights Morocco's role as a bridge between Africa and the broader Islamic community. Sudan's strong Sufi traditions set it apart. Annual festivals draw pilgrims, who come to celebrate saints and seek blessings. Arabic literature and poetry flourish here, reflecting the nation's rich linguistic heritage. Since separating from South Sudan, Sudan has worked to redefine itself, with Islam playing a central role in this process. Senegal exemplifies peaceful coexistence. Despite being predominantly Muslim, the country maintains harmonious relations with its Christian minority. The Mourid Brotherhood, known for its agricultural projects, demonstrates how Islam can drive economic development. Festivals like Tabaski showcase communal joy, reinforcing bonds within society. In addition to its interfaith harmony, Senegal is also a hub for Islamic scholarship and spiritual leadership. The city of Touba, home to the Great Mosque of Toba, serves as a pilgrimage site for millions of Muslims annually. This holy city reflects the centrality of Sufism in Senegalese life, where mystical practices emphasize inner devotion and community service. Touba's influence extends beyond religion, contributing significantly to the local economy through tourism and trade. Tanzania, on the Swahili Coast, Zanzibar's stone mosques tell tales of maritime trade and cultural exchange. Women play active roles in Tanzanian Islam, challenging stereotypes about gender roles. Organizations focused on women's empowerment highlight how traditional beliefs can adapt to contemporary needs. Additionally, Tanzania has emerged as a key player in promoting Islamic education across East Africa. Institutions like the University of Dar es Salaam offer programs that explore Islamic studies alongside modern disciplines, such as law and business. This integration ensures that students are well-equipped to navigate both religious and secular spheres, fostering a new generation of leaders who can bridge gaps between tradition and innovation. Mali's legacy as a center of Islamic scholarship endures. Efforts to preserve ancient manuscripts safeguard invaluable insights into medieval thought. Despite ongoing conflicts, Malians remain steadfast in their faith, drawing strength from centuries-old traditions. Beyond its scholarly contributions, Mali continues to inspire global conversations about heritage preservation. International organizations have partnered with local communities to digitize Timbuktu's fragile manuscripts, ensuring their survival for future generations. These efforts not only protect Mali's intellectual treasures, but also reinforce the importance of safeguarding cultural legacies in the face of adversity, a lesson that resonates far beyond the borders of Africa. Post-independence, Algeria revived its Islamic heritage. Women scholars contribute to theological debates, while growing numbers of tourists visit holy sites. This renewed focus underscores the enduring appeal of Islam in Algerian life. Another notable aspect of Islam in Algeria is its role in shaping national identity. After decades of French colonial rule, which sought to suppress indigenous cultures, Algerians turned to their Islamic roots as a source of pride and unity. Today, festivals celebrating Islamic art, music, and literature attract participants from across the region, showcasing how Islam continues to serve as a unifying force in the country's post-colonial journey. Somalia's deep-rooted Islamic identity shapes every aspect of society. Community-led rebuilding efforts reflect principles of solidarity and compassion. While extremism poses threats, moderates actively counter radical narratives, ensuring that true interpretations of Islam prevail. Furthermore, Somali diaspora communities play a vital role in revitalizing the nation's cultural and religious landscape. Through remittances and advocacy, Somalis abroad support educational initiatives, healthcare projects, and infrastructure development back home. Their contributions underscore the resilience of the Somali people and highlight how Islam serves as a foundation for collective action, even in the most challenging circumstances. Ethiopia played a pivotal role early in Islamic history, hosting refugees during the First Hijra. Today, young Ethiopians engage in activism and entrepreneurship, blending Orthodox Christian and Islamic influences. Their energy points to a promising future for interfaith collaboration. Ethiopia's diversity also enriches its Islamic traditions. The Harari people, residing in the walled city of Harar, are renowned for their preservation of Islamic culture. Known as the City of Saints, Harar boasts over 80 mosques and countless shrines, making it one of the holiest cities in Islam. This blend of historical significance and living tradition highlights Ethiopia's unique position at the crossroads of African, Arab, and Islamic civilizations. Common themes across these nations. Interfaith harmony emerges as a recurring theme. Whether in Nigeria's peace declarations or Senegal's inclusive festivals, mutual respect strengthens ties between diverse groups. Education serves as another unifying force, with madrasas and universities disseminating knowledge widely. Economically, halal industries and microfinance initiatives empower communities, demonstrating practical applications of Islamic principles. Artistic expressions, from calligraphy to cuisine, further enrich cultural landscapes, proving that Islam is far from monolithic. Another shared thread is the adaptability of Islam to local contexts. Each nation blends Islamic teachings with indigenous customs, creating unique expressions of faith. For example, the fusion of Swahili culture with Islamic values in Tanzania, or the integration of Berber traditions in Morocco, illustrates how Islam evolves without losing its core essence. This flexibility not only preserves the faith's relevance, but also fosters a sense of ownership among believers, strengthening their commitment to its principles. Challenges facing Islamic growth in Africa. Despite progress, challenges persist. Political instability fuels extremist ideologies, misrepresenting Islam and sowing discord. Balancing tradition with modernity requires careful navigation, especially regarding technology and globalization. Poverty exacerbates inequalities, limiting access to resources needed for growth. Addressing these issues demands collective effort, rooted in understanding and cooperation. A particularly pressing issue is the rise of misinformation about Islam, exacerbated by digital platforms. In countries like Nigeria and Somalia, extremist groups exploit social media to spread distorted narratives, alienating moderate voices and inciting violence. Countering this trend requires robust educational campaigns and partnerships between governments, religious leaders, and tech companies. By equipping communities with critical thinking skills and accurate information, Africa can reclaim the narrative surrounding Islam, ensuring that its true essence, peace, justice, and compassion, is understood and celebrated worldwide. As we conclude this exploration of Islam in Africa, one thing becomes clear: the faith's dynamic presence transcends borders and backgrounds. Each nation profiled offers lessons in resilience, innovation, and unity. We invite you to delve further into these stories, uncovering layers of history and humanity. Share your thoughts below. What other topics would you like us to cover in future videos about religion and culture? Together, let's keep learning and celebrating the richness of our shared world. The journey doesn't end here. Subscribe now and be part of our next great adventure. For more breathtaking travel stories and captivating animations, explore our other videos on the right. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.